Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Tuesday, April 26th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, global markets staged recovery overnight after a sharp sell-off on Friday. The Dow erasing its massive deficit, clawing back from a nearly 500-point drop to end the day on solid ground and up 200 points. The S&P and Nasdaq following course after what was a bloodbath on US equities last week. The VIX, though, it notched its highest level since mid-March amid uncertainty on whether Beijing will head into a Shanghai-style lockdown. Well, the lead story overnight, Twitter, giving support to the Nasdaq after the company confirmed it had accepted a sweetened buyout offer from Tesla chief executive Elon Musk for $54.20 a share in cash in a transaction valued at around $44 billion. The move sent shares surging, taking other growth names along with it. Elsewhere, oil majors Chevron and ExxonMobil tumbling alongside falling oil prices. Halliburton, the worst hit, while Google rallied ahead of its quarter report after the bell tomorrow. Well, on the earnings calendar, a busy week ahead with nearly a third of the S&P reporting this week. Of the 102 companies that have posted numbers so far, more than three-quarters have beat analysts' expectations. We're getting a look at the bigger picture. And in China, the central bank is expanding its support for the economy, cutting financial institutions' forex reserve ratio by 100 basis points to 8%. It's also relaxed credit restrictions on the property sector. Meanwhile, mass testing is to take place in Beijing, which has prompted concerns that it may be subject of a similar lockdown restrictions seen in Shanghai. In the US economic data, the Chicago Fed Reserve National Activity Index falling less than expected in March, while the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index fell from 8.7 to 1.1 in April. Forecasts were for it to rise. Major currencies were mixed against the US dollar, the Aussie falling from highs of 72 US cents and currently sitting at close to 71.75. In the crypto space, Bitcoin managing to regain some of its losses from the weekend. It's back above the $40,000 handle. Ethereum at around $3,000. Meanwhile, meme coin Doge was up 22% at one point, a clear response to Elon Musk's Twitter takeover. And just a quick check-in on what we're watching on the data docket overseas for the week ahead. A raft of data for investors to digest. House prices, new home sales, trade balance figures, and the March quarter GDP released in the US, alongside industrial profits and the Caixin PMI data out of China. Locally, after the long weekend, the share market is set to extend its losses from Friday, with the SPI futures currently off just over 1/3%. Now, the commodity sector will be a focus on concerns about COVID lockdowns in China and the potential for higher interest rates in the US to impact demand on energy in particular. The price of Brent crude falling by 4% to $102 a barrel. The price of iron ore on the Dalian Commodity Exchange falling more than 10% yesterday to $121 a tonne on expectations that steel demand in China will fall. More broadly, base metal prices fell, with zinc down around 6%. And the gold futures price falling 2% to $1,896 an ounce. Locally on the economic calendar, it's all eyes on inflation, with March quarter CPI expected to rise around 1.3%. That will be released on Wednesday, followed by producer price data on Friday. And that is your day ahead. See you again tomorrow.